So today's video is all about using brown shades of makeup. I have got rather a soft spot for brown shades of makeup. We're going to try and find lots of cool browns to wear. I have already done my base. I did my base the same as how I did in yesterday's video, which is why you aren't seeing me do it all over again. And I made a mix of the Rare Beauty in the shade 6, which is a neutral olive shade, and I mixed in some of this by Mario in 7C, which is more of a deeper cool shade, and I'm finding that's quite a nice match for my skin tone. The jury's out actually on how well this performs, because the foundation has quite heavy coverage, so I like that. I think the coverage is really good. However, yesterday it had got a bit patchy by the end of the day or late afternoon. It was looking a bit patchy around the chin, particularly. It was sort of looking a bit broken up. So today I have added the, I have added the Rare Beauty primer underneath to the sort of T-zone area today, in the hopes that that might stop it breaking up on the chin. So today my base is a mixture of these two shades, and there is a touch of this Rare Beauty concealer thrown in as well, and that is in the 130N. So the first thing we're going to look at is contour, and of course contour generally is brown anyway, so no surprise there. But I've got 6 different contours I want to quickly swatch for you. They're at different price points, so although I don't have the prices to hand, there is something for everyone. The first one is this Revolution contour. This is in the shade Sunset, and this is the one that I used in my Revolution makeup video just a few days ago. So that is Revolution Sunset. That's Maybelline Lifter in shade 35. This is Too Faced in the shade Chocolate Mousse. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Shadow. This is by Mario in the shade Light Medium. And this is the liquid contour from Rare Beauty in the shade Gentle. So hopefully you'll agree we've got quite a nice range of cool browns here. There's a couple that are looking a little bit warmer than the others. We've got all price points covered, so you're going to be able to find a cool shaded contour somewhere in this group. Today I'm going to go ahead and use the Maybelline, the second one there. This is my new contour technique, to apply it to my hand and then use the contour brush to carve it out on the face in the places that you want it. And I am going to use a bronzer today. I've got 5 of my favourite bronzers here to show you. I'll start with the lightest one. The first one is Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. That is in the shade 01 Light, which is about as warm as I will go with my bronzers. The next one to show you is by Vive. This is a cream bronzer. This is Modern Radiance Cream Bronzer. That is in the shade Light, so that's my next one. The next cream bronzer I have is by Fenty. This is Fenty Cream Bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit. Again, a nice one for my skin tone. The next one, this one's new to me actually. This is by Say. This is their cream bronzer in Fair Bronze. And then an old favourite is the RMS Beauty powder bronzer in Beach Walk Betty. And these, while being slightly warmer than the contour sticks, they're still cool enough that I can wear them on my skin. And I've got them all swatched on the back of my hand now. So we start at this end with the Estee Lauder, followed by the Vive, and then the Fenty, then the Say, and then the RMS Beauty. All quite different shades actually, but all really nice bronzer shades for my sort of skin tone. I'm going to give the Say one a go today. That one is fairly new to me and it looks quite light, so I'd like to give that one a shot. So I'm applying this as a bronzer in the high points of the face, very much where you might expect the sun to hit. Yeah, and I think that's got quite a nice shade to it actually. It's got slightly red tinge to it, which is what I prefer in my bronzers. So our options for blush, I'm keeping them quite limited today. I actually want to try this Maybelline Cloudtopia. You will have seen me try this product before in some different shades, and I'm a big fan of it. I know not everybody loves the Cloudtopia, but I really do, and so I'm not sure if there's any more shades. I've bought 4 in my local Boots. There was only 4 on display, so I have them all now. We have, this one is in Twilight Berry, and this one is in Ethereal Rouge. So I'm going to take a look at these. Let's swatch them on my hand first. So this is how they look swatched and in the pots. Now, while not strictly brown, I am following a brown theme today, but I'm going to make it a little bit more flexible. We're going to say it's brown leaning into some berry shades as well. However, I think maybe this darker purple one is more in keeping with the brown vibe. So let's go ahead and try that one today. This one I have been applying with my finger, so I don't think I will change that. I'm going to dab it on my hand first so that I don't have too much on my fingertip. Let's go in with this. I'm hoping it gives us quite a nice subtle berry brown kind of shade that is going to match with the rest of our brown toned makeup today. Yeah, I think that's rather nice. So that is Maybelline Cloudtopia in 01 Twilight Berry. So in my hunt through my collection for brown eyeshadows, I don't have a lot of drugstore brown eyeshadows actually. So I think the most nearest to drugstore I have is the Naked 2 mini palette. So that is the Urban Decay mini basics palette. That obviously is all neutral browns, and then I have the original Naked Urban Decay palette, which as well has lots of browns in. And then kind of on the higher end for brown palettes, I do have this Patrick Tar brown palette that is called Major Dimension Essential Artistry Edit in the shade Light. And then I also have this by Mario palette, which is called Ethereal Eyes Moonlight. And while there are quite a lot of shimmers and greys in here, there are also some neutral browns as well at this end. But today I think it's a toss-up between the Patrick Tar and the Naked, and these look warmer to me and these look cooler, so I'm conflicted because I know this one is a kind of a classic and an old favourite of mine, but something tells me to give this one a go. Let's see, it might end up too warm, but let's give it a shot and find out. I'm starting by applying the second lightest shade, so it's a sort of a light brown, deep beige shade, and I'm finding that's going on quite nicely as a nice base shade to start with, to bring some kind of evenness to the eye area. It's actually a really lovely shade actually. Next up, I'm going to go with the darkest shade. I'm going to tap this along the lash line. I'm increasingly finding myself moving away from the way that the influencers and the makeup artists online are doing their eyeshadow. They all like to do that kind of shadow above the crease, don't they? But I'm finding it a bit tiresome with my hooded eyes and slightly downturned eyes on the outside as well. I'm just finding I'm a bit annoyed with that technique, and I'm going back to my original technique, which was to lay most colour nearest to the lash line and just to gently graduate it up away. I'm using now the third colour from the lightest to create a transition between the dark and the light. Now it's at this point that you might want to look at a mirror and slightly more in the distance to make sure you like the general kind of appearance of the look that you've made and like the shaping of it. So for example, I often find that my shadow falls down slightly lower here than I want it, so I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush and kind of lift that up and away where the shadow might be dipping down a little bit low. But otherwise, I'm not too unhappy with the kind of graduation of colour from bottom to top. That's the eyeshadow done with the Patrick Tar Artistry Essentials edit. And I'm going to tight line my upper lash. I am just going to use the Maybelline tattoo liner. I have quite a few sort of higher end eyeliners sitting here. I've got a couple by Victoria Beckham, a couple by House Labs, but they're all, I think, kohl or cajal pencils, so they don't have that gel texture. So actually I'm reaching for the Maybelline tattoo liner, which is a more enduring, and is it a gel? Yeah, it's a sharpenable gel pencil, so it has a little bit more staying power than those other pencils in front of me. And that has given a really nice deep line under my upper lashes. I was thinking of using a black mascara today, but we still have to use the Revolution Wrap Lash, and that is in brown. So let's give this a go today. I was thinking to do a black to make sure I had enough definition, but I do want to try out this wrap lash, so brown it is. So there is one eye done with the wrap lash. It is looking quite thick and clumpy. I'm not sure if I've maybe gone a bit too far with it. I do think I've got a little bit more mascara on than I would like, but yeah, it's certainly given me a thick lashes look. I think this eye is going on a little bit better. I didn't put it back in the pot, so we don't have quite so much product on, and I think that's looking a little bit better on the second eye. But nevertheless, both eyes are looking quite thick and gorgeous now. So I've got a couple of different lip liners here to try. I have a browner one from Yves Saint Laurent. That is the Sculpting lip liner in 107. I'm not sure what the name of that shade is. And then I also have the Maybelline Colour Sensational, and that is in Gone Grège. So here are the two swatches on my hand there. The lower one is the Yves Saint Laurent and the upper one is the Maybelline. So let us try the Maybelline today. It's a nice little twist up mechanical. And I hope you can see that is a really greyed out brown shade. Maybe a little bit mauvey, but it's really very cool toned. So I've applied that liner all over the lips now, so perhaps you can see the very cool shade. And I've got a couple of drugstore lipsticks I want to try. I want to try the Superstay Teddy Tint. That is in the shade Velvet Choker. And I also have the Revolution Gloss Stick, which I think is a little bit of a dupe for the Fenty Gloss Bomb. So I just grabbed the Fenty Gloss Bomb, and this is in Rose Amber. And I suspect these are quite similar. And so I've just swatched the three of those. We have got the Maybelline Teddy Tint, we've got the Revolution Gloss Stick, and the Fenty Gloss Bomb. So I'm applying the Maybelline. So that's in Velvet Choker, and I think that's a really, really nice shade. And I'm going over it with the Revolution Gloss Stick, but you do have to be very careful with this and maybe spread it with your fingers so you don't overdo it with a gloopy gloss. So there we are with the gloss stick. So there we have it. There's my finished look today. We've got a kind of a high-low mix with a brown or cool brown intention to it. So I hope you like this makeup look. I've even worn my brown top to match. I actually really like brown shades, and as you know, I'm kind of struggling to find what suits me best, but this I think is something I feel quite comfortable wearing. I think it's quite sophisticated looking, and I really hope you agree with that. Let me know what you think of these shades and the makeup I've shown you today down in the comments, and don't forget, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.